Good morning. So I have a couple, 3 sentences here scribbled on some paper. So if you see me looking down, that's what that is. Just segue to what I have to say, but this is pretty much, as every video I bring you, raw and uncut. I recently received a question here on YouTube in regards to how I stay motivated. And I've gotten this question before in a roundabout way, and I have also sprinkled a few of these answers throughout my videos over the past couple of years. But I really want to come and let you guys in on the motivation. I feel the time is right. Sit with me. Give me a half hour. You all know when I come and speak to you, these messages are something put on my heart. Okay? Bear with me while I'm trying to get the words out, but something put on my heart to share with you all. And it's not anything that is, like I said, it's unscripted. These are real life experiences that I'm sharing with you all. I feel that they are relevant, they are helpful, and the feedback, I am just recently constantly getting private messages, emails, direct messages. I appreciate them all, and it touches my heart to know that something I've said has touched you all, has changed your lives, your families for the better. And that right there is what I believe I was called to the community to do. I don't know, just sitting recently and thinking, when I sit down to make Miss MOCHA Speaks messages, the driving force, sometimes I think maybe nobody's listening, maybe it's a little too real. I don't know. I don't know. And I think maybe I should not share, but then I get that somebody or somebody's, and it tells me that they make a difference. They make a difference. Just last month, August, I have spoken to 3 of my subscribers by phone. I've said this time and time again, and when one person answered the phone, she said, I remember you said, don't be surprised if you get a message saying, call me. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I'm serious. The friendships I have formed within you all, the communication, so very valuable from both sides. And I appreciate that. I'm listening to my kids. Guys know I'm on borrowed time. So I'm going to get to the point. And this video comes right on the heels of a couple of instances I'm going to share with you that happened this week that keep me motivated. First up, Proverbs 22:6. Train a child up in the way that he should go. Okay. Psalm 127:3. Children are a gift, a reward from the Most High. Those two verses really, really speak to me. Okay? Really. It's the drive in my day-to-day hustle as being a parent, a mother, a mentor, a homeschool teacher, a counselor. Okay? The Most High selects mothers not by the character of the woman, but by the quality. I was chosen to raise my first set of children, and I've grown to learn a lot just through them. I'm still learning a lot through them, learning a lot with them. And I think because I was set apart in my ways in raising them, that I was rewarded yet again with the second set. Okay? Large family. My children are very valuable to me. You all that know me personally, even through the videos, I'm sure you can see that. I get it all the time. The motivation you have, the enthusiasm, the patience that you have with these kids. That's real. What you all see is real. Okay? I'm not editing anything. I was rewarded these children. I was chosen and rewarded. So I feel that I have to do my best for what the Most High set upon me to do. As long as I stay steadfast in His word, I can share that with my children, because I think that's what my job is. I don't want my children being influenced by a system that's not for them. That's one of the main reasons why I homeschool. I have to train and educate my children, despite the fact that they may go outside of the home. Prime example, I have a child in Duke. Okay, she's outside of the home. But she knows every day she's facing adversities, whether it be discrimination or what have you. But the values, the training I've instilled in her is what keeps her going. Motivation. A child at Duke on a $65,000 scholarship. Yes, I'm putting it out there again. If you all know our family, you know, large families, any family, yes, it boils down to the money, you know. There's no way possible to get these kids educated to that level but the Most High. Okay? Me seeing this child make it that far. She is in her 3rd year. This is a political science major. That is my motivation. I'm seeing the payoff big time. I got a call from her just the other day. Mom, you'll never believe it. What? Let me catch this phone. Alright. I'll never believe it. Okay, so are you going to tell me? Is what I said. I was offered a summer intern. And I'm just going to, for privacy purposes, I'm going to tell you, but it's with Apple, Dell, IBM, one of the three. Okay, her travel back to the destination is paid. Her housing is paid. A salary of $30,000 to $60,000 paid for the summer. That is my motivation. That's the Most High. Nothing but. Nothing but. I'm raising my kids to be set apart. I myself don't want to be a part of the problem in today's nation. There are a lot of things going on. Again, I was just having a conversation with my daughter 2 days ago, and I'll let you in on that. I don't want to be a victim of circumstance. Okay? You can live in a certain situation or encounter certain circumstances and not look like it. You can defy the odds. Okay? Whatever problem you may face each day waking up with your children, whether it's stubbornness, because we have that, whether it's unmotivation among the children, squabbles, chaos, house disarray, been there, done that. You can overcome that. Don't let that circumstance become you. Right now, I have 3 major crises going on in my life. And I can tell you right now, it's been at least 12 months I've been going through this season. But you guys would have never guessed. I cannot let those circumstances become me. Not that they don't matter, but that's not my battle. And I think a lot of times today with the kids, we struggle. It's a struggle. It's always a struggle. You have to pick and choose. So somebody doesn't want to get up and read. Okay, let them go. Sometimes you get up and don't want to do anything. You don't want to clean your house. And you don't do it. Sometimes you don't want to cook. And so you go out to eat. Let the child be. They'll come around. I have that all the time. I have shared with you all last month a mini meltdown with the son. And what I was getting at in that video was, imagine if all 4 of the little ones displayed that behavior on any given day. How do you think I would have reacted? I'm not going to push and say, well, we have to get this done. We have to keep on schedule. We have to, do this. We have to report to, whoever. No, I'm going to make sure that their well-being is on the up and up. Okay? We pray about it and we keep moving. I equip my children with the armor. That's what I do. They know that any little thing that they come to, they pray about it. There's no magical solution. You pray about it. And you leave it alone. And watch. Because if he brought you to it, he will certainly bring you through it. And so every day, when I feel like I want to give up these major crises, I could really just be sitting every day, wallowing, thinking about that, letting that consume me. But that's not in my spirit. That's not in my heart. That's not what was put on me. Those circumstances, though I may not like them, they will work themselves out. Do I want them to be worked out now? Yes. But I can't have that microwave mentality. We go through seasons for a reason. I hear people, oh, we're losing our house. You know, our car is disabled. We lost our jobs. Been there, done that, guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I've been through the fire and back. It's not the end of the world. Pray about it. Pray about it. Teach that to your children so that they can be strong. Child was having a meltdown over a math problem. 5 years old. At 18, I do not want him struggling and worrying about a math problem. He has to grow out and be a man and live in the world. That's just a minor segue to growing up. I need to raise him in good character and strength and the knowledge to deal with conflict in today's society. Okay, going back to this child I was talking to. When I said I don't want them being influenced in a system that's not for them. There's a lot of things going on today. This past summer, I was explaining to my daughter about false flags and how relevant this is to the Bible. The Bible tells you to beware of false prophets. Corruption. We are in an election year. If there had ever been any more false prophets and corruption revealed today, it's happening this year. And I told her, despite everything that has gone on in the past couple of months this summer in our communities, we have yet one more, maybe two more, between now and election. Okay? Because society wants to influence us. Okay? They want to pull the wool over our eyes. Okay? So they can do some other things. These false flags, these things going on. I had to go back and explain to her. And I know you all can relate. And she didn't understand. And I said, you'll understand. I'm telling you. The government. Yeah. We don't prescribe to politics because that's not what was prescribed for us by the Most High. But the government, no good. Can y'all remember when they had us for a whole year afraid to go to our mailboxes, afraid to open up our mail, afraid to drink our water because we were going to get anthrax? It's a false flag. And then, mysteriously, 9/11 happened. It's a false flag. And I still to this day have to explain to her, there is no way that that event occurred the way the government and the media portrayed it to us. But because it's legal for them, they can make us believe anything we want or they want. I have to teach my children better than that. They are not going to be bamboozled in this society. Okay? Motivation. Training them, growing them in the knowledge so that they can go out into the world. Yes, they are going to a worldly institution with worldly people. Again, they are not going to let those circumstances affect them in a negative way. They are going to take what they have learned so that they are productive members of the society. That is my motivation. I was given these children to turn out productive members. I don't want to turn on the TV, or anyone to turn on the TV and say, hey, there's so-and-so's child. Wasn't she telling us, such and such? I would like my child to be a voice in this world. Be a difference. Make a difference. Make my children to make a difference in this world. So I concentrate on that. I put everything else aside. I know everybody has a busy lifestyle and they, want to do this and that. But for me, educating my children is my life. That's my motivation. That's my passion. Because I was rewarded those children. Okay? There are many women that desire and cannot have. Okay? So I take that very seriously, to be chosen from many. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy at all. I had a conversation with somebody over the phone, one of the subscribers, and I told her, I said, I'm not any different from anybody else's video or anybody else you're watching through video. Things that I go through, I don't look at myself as above anyone. I'm in the same position as everybody else. Okay? I just know how to walk through that season with my head up. Okay, and if you all have known me, if you followed me throughout this journey for years, whether it's just through a regular vlog or through a talk or what have you, you know just what I go through. It is a true struggle. This is a testimony I share with you all. Every time I come, it's a testimony. I have been teaching the children their scriptures. One that stands out right now is Psalm 51:10. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. That's what I'm doing with the kids. Today's society, everybody is not steadfast. Everybody is not pure. They don't have pure hearts. But for my children, that's what I am striving for. My phone is ringing. And it's my child calling. Hello? Let me call you back. Let me call you back. I'm doing a video. Okay. Bye. Bye. Alright, so Miss College. She must be on break or on her way to work. But motivation. When I talked about the payoff, the children going to college, I have older children. By the time they graduate and they are established in their careers, my older children will be ready for university. Or my younger children. My older children will be able to pay for these kids to get their education. That's my payoff. That's my motivation. Just seeing that it's possible. It's happening before my eyes. Even though maybe years ago I would have never imagined that this child would be this far. It was our hope. She hoped for Harvard. We all know Harvard is a hard shot. But the child did get a face-to-face interview. That is worth its weight right there. Now, may not be Ivy League, but it's the Ivy League Yale of the South. It's up there, number 8. I have another one ready for Columbia. That's motivation. Hold on. So, I need you all to... You need to hold on. Think. Sit down. Motivation. Okay, can you hold on a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, go and sit for me. Motivation. When you all are facing the day, I've already said, get up before the children, get in some word, meditate, do whatever you have to do. Throw out your schedule. Set your appointments aside. Turn your phone down. Focus on your children. The rest will come. Okay, the rest will come. If it's only an hour a day you're homeschooling the kids, that hour is more than they would get in a classroom. They get 15 minutes maybe, one-on-one with a teacher. Make that hour count. Those hours add up, okay? They really do. And when you see your children give back to you what you gave to them, that should be encouragement.
I got a pillow too.
That's the steadfast spirit you want to see. I hope that this message was helpful. I hope that it answered some questions. I hope that I will see you again. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please leave me a thumbs up. Share. Please dialogue with me in the comments. And I will see you all in the next video. Be blessed.
Like, dealing with the fact that you're ignorant and don't know nothing, keep getting beat upside the head.
So what was they felt that everybody from, just because they go to that school, that they're from money?
Yeah, it was just very like it's been happening before. So it's not like it's now just her. This is the first class that I had. This is the first space I've been in on due that it's happened. So it's like everybody just assumes that everybody comes from money. And so like right now I'm sitting here working on this thing called Power. I was supposed to be like a diversity retreat. And it's like, oh, we're supposed to discuss all this stuff. You know, we're supposed to discuss this and have these real conversations. But it's like when you kind of like one of the things I have to do with is like I'm now directing something that's like they use class as a warm up. Like they don't even go through class. It's not like it's like the warm up topic. It's like let's just do this as an example. We're not gonna actually go into it. And then like people just sit here and they're just like, oh well, you know, they see the statistics. I see the statistics too. Half of the students here are on like financial aid. And so they're just like, and that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
But that's everywhere though. That's just the way of life these days. And that's why so many people having to take out these loans and their financial status is ruined before they even finish.
But the theory that students take with them is that like, oh, half the people are on financial aid. That just means that like they're really rich, which first of all isn't true, and second of all, like that just also means that half the people are on financial aid. And then you know, like this is a lot of money. $72,000 in rising is a lot of money. I could never afford this. I've never seen or touched or lived $72,000.
Exactly. What'd you say? I'm from Texas. I'm poor. Oh my God.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Texas what?
Texas is busted. The education system is busted.
Well, yeah, the education, that's everywhere, but golly. All right. So now you get it.
I'm just being honest.
The struggle is real. So you say, whose children are these? Who's raising these children? What are they teaching them?
It's like who's providing? It's not even like academic. It's like some point it's like you know it is academic, but at some point it's like who's teaching kids like life conversations? Who's having these discussions? And then it's like at some point your parents can't even take responsibility for this anymore. Like they can't, you know, say
because they have raised you the best of their ability, and it's up to you to make that turn.
You have to go figure it out or unlearn what you've learned. You know, like maybe sometimes.
Like I was telling y'all, you have to be careful of the ills of the society of today because they put you in situations.
And it's just like you have to unlearn a lot of stuff. And I was just talking with my friend about this on the bus after I had this like whole thing. I was like, it's not that nobody is problematic and like people will never be problematic. Like you always will wake up and be problematic to some degree. There's gonna be some internalized mess that you carry with you regardless. It's just figuring out how to deal with that and how to navigate that. Like, you know, and like that's something that we're all gonna have to live with, and we're just gonna have to figure out how to like not like you have to buck against it. It's an instinct. It's like ingrained in you, but it can't keep happening. You know.
Yeah, so that's something you have to work on so that when you graduate, you can make that change and be a difference, be a voice.
Right, but people don't. First of all, people don't see any benefit of like being the person. Other people say only just like, well, I don't understand why you think. Like it was like remember the time when we like protested like the fact that the kids were throwing the prison party. They were just like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal. You know, like. And it's like, yeah, we're less than a mile away from a jail where people are sitting for years, not because they're actually committed a crime, because they can't pay bail. And they're mostly black and brown people. And it's like for you to have that like cognitive dissonance of being here, which feeds into that system of Durham and feeds into the national system. But you to sit here and be like, I don't understand. Like at that point, it's not just about like parents failing, it's about you failing and refusing to like listen and refusing to like
it's because they want to see the result before they put the work in, and that happens a lot these days. People it's microwave society. They want to see the end. They want to see what's going to happen before they try to work through it, and that's not how things work. You have to work through it.
It's like, and weird, like the discussion was, like that was the discussion, that was the whole thing that Tana was talking about, like you have to go back to like the sin, or because he called it a sin, in the context, like you have to go back to the sin of, you know, slavery and like the harm that it's done. And like the fact that because the kid who had responded also was like, you know, we're less than 100 years from like the Holocaust and internment camps. What else is our parents like still involved with? And I'm like, well, what about Jim Crow? Because I know my pawpaw's still dealing with that. Like, he was alive when that happened.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, that's why he don't mess with white people. He really don't like white people. And
yeah, but it's not even about that. You know, it's not. It's.
But it's like he lived through that.
Yeah, I know. He kind of has become a victim of circumstance, but you can overcome that.
It's like his reaction. It's because of what he's experienced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't let that. Yeah, a long time ago, because we didn't have the knowledge that we have today, we kind of became complacent and let that become us. But we can overcome that circumstance not let that hatred manifest in us.
Right, but it's like in order for that to happen, you have to like not only break that down from a person who's experienced the trauma, but the people that who are still inflicting the trauma, but also like whose ancestors inflicted trauma, they have to understand it too. You know, it can't just be a one-sided thing.
Exactly. But that's society today, because society.
The other day, we were having a discussion about like what's gonna help Black liberation. So we were looking through like pros